Hello, welcome to our introductory tutorial, video tutorial in equity movement, EQUIMOV webpage of the EQUIMOV charts interactive tool. This is a very interesting tool. We are sharing with you all the analysis that has led us to make our proposal, and this is the basis of the books, the articles, the conferences, the teaching activities, everything. So if you click on the EQUIMOV charts interactive, please be careful here because you will see a screen showing up. This is in Spanish, but if your computer is configured to be shown in English, so it will be. So you download here your database, which we call summary database, right? So this summary database, I thought before that, includes a number of spreadsheets, and it will guide you through all the analysis we've done and how we've reached to our conclusions. If you enable here editing, you will see all the features and you can use our data. They're open source data for your analysis, for your ideas, comments, and we just want you to acknowledge our work and help us improve it and all together work harder for global equity. Now, I will lead you briefly, because I will prepare also tutorials for each of these specific areas. So the first spreadsheet is the weighted average of life expectancy and GDP. The second one are the years in which countries met the three criteria: life expectancy above world average, GDP below world, GDP per capita below world average, and carbon emissions below the planetary boundary. The third one shows those countries that have had these three criteria from 1960 till 2012 for all the 33 years counted. Vietnam is included because there were some years during the war where data were not reliable. So these are the countries, the 14 countries that are our models, and they're followed by some other countries that have some of these features some years, but not consistently all of them. So this is how we chose our countries. Then you will see the different features of these 14 countries in terms of, in this spreadsheet, of life expectancy, population, GDP per capita, and carbon emissions. The next spreadsheet allows us to, by comparing, the standard survival rates, average survival rates of the 14 countries selected, and comparing it with the rest of the countries and the populations by 5-year age groups. We have calculated the avoidable deaths. So you can choose in these interactive graphs. All of them start by interactive. You can choose countries and period and sex, and you can see how the numbers in this case of avoidable deaths show, how the proportion of avoidable deaths show. In this case, the avoidable number of avoidable DALYs. This is disability adjusted life years. This is the interactive graph on life years lost per avoidable death, and this is the interactive graph of survival pyramids, where again you can choose the country or the period or the sex, whatever. There will be a tutorial for that. This is another one which shows the threshold of GDP, the threshold, the GDP, and the population by equity and hoarding zones or excess accumulation zones. So it shows you here what the different zones mean in terms of population in deficit countries, in hoarding countries, in the rest, and then GDP and the other criteria. You can see them here in these graphs, how the world has been evolving in population and the distribution on different zones. And we will have a specific tutorial again for these very important spreadsheet. The net and the proportional ethical contribution required for countries to enable health equity is seen in this spreadsheet, and this is a very important spreadsheet which shows the different variables in the equity zones. This is the deficit zone, equity zone, the above equity, which we call surplus, and the excess accumulation zone. And here you may see different variables that you can choose. In this case, we're looking at the population, how it is, but if you click on any of these numbers, you'll see here other variables that you can use, and we will help you see how you can choose, for instance, GDP total, and then have it there. You just need to do a change here and change the value to the sum of GDP of all countries, and you will see here how it will apply. You just need to take the GDP away. But here is another interactive database and graph showing the holistic index with the different features. And so these are all the databases that we have been developing. It's a summary of them all, and you can screen through them, see the different figures and analyses and how it all comes about, and use it for your own purposes of study, further investigation, teaching, or debates. I hope this has been useful, and for detailed analysis or tutorial, see some of the videos that we will show on some of the specific spreadsheets and analysis of interactive data chats. Thanks.